I'm one of the biggest supporters of Colin Kaepernick, and with the stance that he's took last year when he refused not to stand for the national anthem. But but he did his thing. He made his point. He made it clear. He had the whole country, if not the world, talking and stuff. And even to this day, even though he's unemployed, he's not with an NFL team. Well, that won't last long. What I'm about to report, but I'm gonna get into that later. He is still out here putting in work, doing charity events to helping the black community and stuff like that. Now, I have received in my past videos on Colin Kaepernick, and I really don't give a fuck what anybody think about me. I told you I stand with Colin Kaepernick just like as much as I stand with LeVar Ball, as much as I stand with my black brothers and sisters. There's no questions asked about that. Because he's standing on the right of justice. And that's the thing, that's what we need when you're dealing in this system of global white supremacy, is to replace this broken system of injustice with a system of justice. But like in New York, in front of NFL headquarters in New York, shout out to my peeps in New York City, that I forgot the guy's name, Kevin Ferguson, I think his name is. He's CEO of 100 Suits for Men or whatever. Because Colin Kaepernick had gave some of his custom tailor-made suits to guys who were paroled out of the system, and they go ahead and dress up and go to interviews to look nice and wear suits. Now, that's putting in work. So that's why the brothers that are locked down, they love Kaepernick. You got your usual coons like Stephen A. Smith, who wants to go ahead and still ridicule Kaepernick, talking about saying, oh, well, he didn't vote. Fuck him. And then you got the fat fuck, Jason Shitlock, that referred to Colin Kaepernick in an interview, referred to him, and I really find that insulting and ignorant, Martin Luther Cornrows. But this coming from a obese diabetic who basically cannot stay away from a Twinkie machine and wears these little two sizes too small hats, and he's basically a fucking a closet homo. So never mind about them. It's not about Jason Shitlock. It ain't about Stephen Asinine Smith. It's about Colin Kaepernick, because I got some good news to go ahead and report. Word has come around, and I seen it on ticket video this morning, as well as I got it on my phone at the same time. Shout out to Ticket TV, man. Dude, you keep me on my toes, bro. You keep me on point. That the Seattle Seahawks, which I reported a while back, as you can see the picture here of Colin Kaepernick talking with Michael Bennett, another outspoken brother. I love Michael Bennett. I love his brother Martellus Bennett. The Bennett brothers don't play. Were interested in joining the Seattle Seahawks, and that may be coming close to fruition, because from what I've reported, I heard that the meeting with them yesterday had went really good, and Kaepernick walked away very impressed. Now I've got confirmation that he will be content as being a backup to Russell Wilson, which is very much good. So I believe the Seahawks may be bringing him back in for a workout and so on and so forth. And as I came across the article coming from NinerWire.USA Today, as you can see the report right there, Colin Kaepernick wants to be a Seahawk. This was like 23 hours ago. Let's just get right into it. Colin Kaepernick's meeting with the Seattle Seahawks Wednesday apparently left a good impression with the embattled quarterback. And you can see the tweet there from Jordan Schultz, whoever the hell that is. Meeting went very well, and that confirms first known meeting Kaepernick's had with a new team since opting out his contract and becoming a free agent since February. Now, yeah, since in February, and we in April, and you had all these other sorry ass quarterbacks from Mike Glennon to Mark Sanchez, even freaking Ryan Fitzpatrick's, the Puck signed him, all because you had these other teams didn't want to sign Kaepernick out of fear that they were going to get a nasty tweet from the Orange Man. You know. Anyway, but Kaepernick been doing this thing though. He's still been putting in work. Plus, on top of that, he been working out. He getting up, he jogging, lifting weights, doing all this stuff, man. Even though, if, you know, the other excuse that, oh, well, we don't know because of his diet, him being a vegan and all that, which is bullshit. Because Tom Shady and Sharon Rodgers do the same thing. Anyway, let's go on. Kaepernick's status this offseason has created polarizing discussions, with some arguing he's been blackballed throughout the league, while others have speculated that he wants a chance to start while getting paid a potential starter salary, and it's hindered his ability to find a landing spot. Kaepernick's being content to back up Russell Wilson would indicate salary and a chance at starting aren't pressing issues. Wilson's never missed a start since getting the job as a rookie in 2012, although he was hampered by injuries late last season in part because of a shaky offensive line. Well, which is true, you know. Seattle, and I said this, Seattle seems like a good fit for Kaepernick, which is true, because I called this back in February. I say if Kaepernick opts out, the best place for him he can go is to Seattle. You know, no locker room throughout the NFL was most supportive of his national anthem protest last season than the Seahawks. Remember, at the beginning of the game when they at the season opener, that's when they played the Miami Dolphins. You seen Richard Sherman and Pete Carroll, all of them locked in arms and all that. So, you know, they supported Kaepernick. Plus, on the other side of the field, you had a few of the players of the Miami Dolphins, retired running back Adrian Foster, Kenny Stills, I forgot Carlos, what's his name, linebacker. All of them took a knee. And, you know, like I said, I'm no Dolphin fan, but damn it, that was the one day I was proud that the Dolphins stood for something. Some Dolphin players stood for something. You know, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, and I appreciated that. You know. Anyway, let me go on. You know, anyway, of his protesters last season, key voices like Doug Baldwin and Michael Bennett, as y'all seen, being outspoken in support of his stance against racial discrimination and police brutality. You know, didn't have nothing to do with the military for all those fake triots. You know, these old weekend warriors, shut up. The Seahawks also met with former Broncos signal caller Austin Davis on Wednesday. Now, the Seahawks coach Pete Carroll recently admitted to looking at a number of options at quarterback to be Wilson's understudy, including Kaepernick and former second overall pick Robert Griffin III. Now, get Kaepernick. Seattle's reserve quarterbacks are Travion Boykin and Jake Heaps. Now, this is where it gets I think, gonna be better. Boykins was arrested earlier this offseason for allegedly violation of parole stemming from a 2015 arrest, for marijuana possession and public intoxication. Meantime, further back down in Northern Cali at the Bay, 49ers brought in 4 new quarterbacks under new coach Kyle Shanahan and general manager John Lynch. Brian Hoyer, Matt Barkley, played with the Bears, Brian Hoyer too, C.J. Beathard, and Nick Mullins. Now then, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to get out here the front. Seattle Seahawks have been in the news as of late, as I want to touch on something else, and you know, and I refuse to sit by idly by and have them badmouth my main man, good friend, friend of mine, and that's Richard Sherman, the outspoken Seattle Seahawks cornerback. And Richard Sherman, him too, has also spoke out for Kaepernick as well, about Kaepernick being blackballed. Not just Richard Sherman, Baltimore Ravens linebacker Terrell Suggs has said the same thing. And like I say, this is good news. This is good news. Because I was looking at a glimpse of first fake with the coon Stephen Asshole Smith and his white sidekick Max Kellerman. As they mentioned about Richard Sherman, how saying like the reason why the blow-ups and all this stuff, saying that he still ain't gotten over the 2014 Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, which we all know that's distraction anyway. Because see, Richard Sherman say, man, that junk ain't true. They blowing it all out of proportion. It ain't even true. See, that's some bullshit that they trying to start with Richard Sherman. And to try to once again they trying to make the Seahawks look bad, because you got to understand something. In 2012 or 2013 really, the Seahawks went to that Super Bowl, and we know that they blew out the Denver Broncos. I mean, basically ripped a new asshole. Ripped a new asshole into ripped a new asshole into the Denver Broncos. All the hype about with Peyton Manning and stuff like that. Now, when I say that he's a friend of mine, yeah, he's a friend of mine because I know him personally. Okay, still the same brother that's from straight out of Compton. No pun intended. Went to Stanford. Very sharp brother. But this the one back then in 2012, 2013, when he made that spectacular play against Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers against Michael Crabtree, that everybody wanted to call him a thug because he had a hell of a defining play, and he knocked that ball away from Michael Crabtree, and Malcolm Smith came in there and recovered. And Aaron Andrews, they threw a microphone in his face, and he just made a play. So, he hyped, he this, he like that. He said, well, I'm the best cornerback there is. Shoot, when you put a sorry receiver like Crabtree in front of me, you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me. And see, Richard still is a solid corner at his position. In fact, he's one of the top 5 cornerbacks in the NFL. Even in 2014, I enjoyed his little sideline antic when they played the Patriots, how Darrelle Revis, his rival, got toasted by Doug Baldwin when he did with the hand signals 2-4, 2-4, 2. I mean, the point is, it was football entertainment. Now the NFL Goodell's stupid ass wants to clamp down. The players can't even have fun no more. But now I think the rules have gotten lax now. If I'm wrong about that, leave a comment in the section. I haven't really been keeping up though. So that's the thing about with that though. But the majority of the players that's on the Seahawks team are black anyway. So, they're like what, to me, they remind me of like basically what the Oakland Raiders were back in the 80s. They play some straight up smash mouth football. They run the ball down your throat. And speaking of Oakland, former Seahawk Marshawn Lynch is wearing that silver and black now. But the thing is, they trying to stir stuff up with Sherman, once again trying to bring disunity and stuff. And I kind of noticed that it was timely, because now they got word, Colin Kaepernick might end up wearing the blue, white, and green. But we just gonna go ahead and wait and see, because like I say, I'm still going to boycott the NFL because they haven't signed Kaepernick, and until it been confirmed that this brother here, who's done so much and he stood up for us, you know, wears this uniform, NFL season's gonna get boycott. And all these guys who around here saying that Kaepernick a coon, he'll sell out because he said he not gonna take a knee, man, y'all cats can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. That man, of course, he still want to play. That's his career. It's like his first love. I still support Kaepernick. The hell with y'all. Y'all go kick rocks. Let's just see. Let's wait to see what happened. Shout out to Ticket TV, 1LVC, Town Biz, the whole LDBC, 93 Sports News, 78 Sports News, Irv Griffin, Prince GMO, the Superboy 223, Rail, Phil from the Advice Show, Cynthia G, Touring Rain, excuse me, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, the pills, red pill, blue pill. And speaking of which, I'm glad I brought the pills up, because if Kaepernick being a Seahawk, it's a lot of symbology in that too. It's ironic that he's going to be a Seahawk because, you know, Colin Kaepernick is a hero to many. Hero derives from the word Heru, Heru. And, you know, he's got that nose shaped like a hawk, like a hawk's beak. Seahawks, hawk's beak, Seahawks. You put two and two together. So that's the Heru right there. A Heru wearing Seahawks. Hawk is a form of is a bird of prey. Heru is symbolically a falcon. I just thought I just wanted to throw that little in there though. But shout out to Red Pill, Blue Pill, Brother Rich, and shout out to everybody like that. Leave your comments down in the section of what y'all think, what's gonna happen. Will Kaepernick don the Seahawk colors? And we'll see what happens. Like I said in my last video, Kaepernick the Seahawks makes sense to me. You can go back and look at that one. Until then, I'm out. Peace.